I'm tired of all my videos being about how people are getting played out, but it gives me content, I suppose. This is coming to us from CNBC. House passes bill to hike the federal minimum wage to $15 per hour, written by Jacob Pramuk. I'm going to go with Pramuk. And I saw this up and down my timeline. I saw so many people, yeah, $15 minimum wage. Like they don't know how laws are passed. Just because it passes the House does not mean it's getting past the Senate. And secondly, the president's already said he will veto it. He doesn't think there should be a minimum wage. I disagree on this because there's a lot of morons who do not know how to negotiate a salary for themselves. But really, CNBC, get out of my way. Move. Okay. But let's get on into this because this is a distraction. The Dems know they took a major loss feeding into Trump's tweet. The one that I've done like several videos on already, so we're not going to get into that. So they were like, "Oh man, we need something else to what's the name to take a headline." So they pass a bill to hike the federal minimum wage to $15 per hour. All right, key points. The House passes a bill to gradually raise the federal minimum wage to $15 per hour. House Democrats see it as a major part of their economic platform as they contend a strong economy and roaring stock market has not boosted the working class. Well, stop inviting people here to live for free. That whole open borders thing you guys got going on have been had going on probably since the late 70s, early 80s. Yeah. That's a big part of the reason why the wages for the middle and working class seem stagnant, and actually in many areas they're going up. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell is unlikely to take the bill up, while President Donald Trump has threatened to veto it. This was all a show. That's it. And it's a little irritating that people that are actually, I'm a Democrat, right? I'm a liberal. I'm on the left side by all technical means. So I've worked in these areas. I've worked with these people, and I know a lot of them on different social media sites, and they're just sitting there reposting like, yeah, it's going to be so great. And I'm just like, how, oh my goodness. I hate that I have to lose respect for people because they seem to not know how the government functions, even though plenty of them are in government. The House passed a bill Thursday to hike the federal minimum wage to $15 per hour in a win for liberal activists who have long pushed to give low-wage workers a raise. It's not a win if it doesn't pass. This is not a win. How is this a win, CNBC? If they don't get the $15 an hour, it's not a win. This is just a headline. The Democratic-held chamber passed the plan 231 to 199. 6 Democrats opposed it, while 3 Republicans supported it. The measure would gradually hike the U.S. pay floor to $15 by 2025, then index further hikes to median wage growth. It would also phase out lower minimum wage paid to tip workers. House Democrats viewed the legislation as a core piece of their agenda to boost pay and economic growth. As President Donald Trump runs for re-election in 2020, the party argues strong economic growth and roaring stock market have not done enough to lift the workers who most need relief, which I will agree with. I'll agree with that. I commend my colleagues for taking this important step towards creating an economy that works for everyone. Rep. Bobby Scott, a Virginia Democrat who introduced the legislation in a statement, now Senate Republicans must decide to either stand with American workers or turn their backs on hardworking people across this country. I don't think this is the pitch that you want to go with. I really don't. Congress last raised the federal minimum wage to $7.25 per hour about a decade ago. Now, 29 states and Washington, D.C. have higher pay floors than the U.S., while 7 states have approved $15 per hour minimum wages. Those increases have boosted pay for working class despite the federal inaction. The bill has little chance of becoming law before that. So it was, why are you calling it a win? Like, why are you calling it a win? If you know the bill has little chance of becoming law, then you're just BSing. Mr. What's his name? Already forgot his name. Okay, There's some stock market news right there. Pramuk. Little deceptive there, Mr. Pramuk. The bill has little chance of becoming law before next November's election. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell has no plans to bring the legislation up in his chamber. On Thursday, he told Fox Business Network that it would depress the economy at a time of economic boom, adding, "We're not going to be doing that in the Senate." The White House also warned this week that Trump would veto the measure if it came to his desk. The Trump administration argued that its policies are driving economic growth and increasing workers' take-home pay far more effectively and efficiently than the Democratic plan. The White House contended it would eliminate jobs and reduce total wages for American workers. So here's my deal when it comes to a $15 minimum wage. If you work a full 40-52, right? That's 40 hours a week, 52 weeks a year. You're going to bring home probably about $32,000 a year. And that's before taxes. After taxes, which you're going to take home probably like $28,000, $27,000 a year. Not much money, is it? So how about we start, like instead of doing this, how about the Dems suggest how to negotiate salary, and put that in curriculum. I think that's far more important than the LGBTQ stuff that they have scheduled to start here in Jersey in the next school year. I'm just saying, like, find out more ways. Like, there's different ways to skin this cat, and I don't think a $15 minimum wage really helps ultimately. In an analysis earlier this month, the nonpartisan Congressional Budget Office estimated the bill would give 17 million U.S. workers a raise and could lift wages for millions more. It would also boost the annual income of 1.3 million people above the poverty level. At the same time, the measure would cause about 1.3 million Americans to lose jobs, according to the CBO. It would also reduce business income and raise prices as companies pass on higher labor costs. Here are the main pieces. We're not going to get into all of that because there's no point in sitting here and talking about something that's not going to happen other than to point out the fact that, there's a lot of people getting played by this. They catch the headline. And that's it. This was just for the headline. So with that being said, I'm just going to bring this one to an end because, well, come on, man. Remember, I'm a bill. And I'm sitting here on Capitol Hill. You know how many times that bill had to go in and out of discussions and committees? Come on, man. Yo, we got to be better than this. And this is a big problem with our schools, too, because our schools are terrible. And so, you got a lot of people out here just completely misinformed and not knowing how these things work. So with that being said, all the internet stuff. If you liked it, toss it a like or dislike. I'm not scared of you. Sub if you enjoy my fantastic voice and we will get more informative videos like this every single day. Share because sharing is caring, and YouTube's definitely not going to do it. And speak. Let me know, what do you think in the comments? Do you think that we should have a federal minimum wage of $15 an hour? Do you think that we should be teaching children and young adults how to negotiate themselves a better salary? Should we be I think subsidizing payrolls is something that I'm very passionate about. I think that we could really help a ton of families by, if not subsidizing payrolls, then incentivizing, the nuclear family unit. There's so many different ways to skin this cat that across the board $15 per hour minimum wage, I just don't see us getting it. So until the next one, let me know what you think, and then until the next one.